Hi students and working accountants. Welcome to my Expert Tally Brain YouTube channel. My name is Babu from Hyderabad. So today in this video, we are going to discuss how to implement the GST in Tally Brain. So first of all, how to enable the GST feature and how to set up the GST details. How to set up the GST details in Tally Brain. That's what we are going to learn today. So here I am sharing the screen. You see. So yesterday in the last video, we have discussed everything about the GST introduction. That is what is meant by GST and everything. So in this, actually, when you are implementing in the GST and when you are making the entries, the main requirements, the main things to be noted is the goods taxability. Taxability of the goods, whether the goods are taxable means 5, 12, 18, 28. Whether the goods are taxable or non-taxable. Non-taxable is 0%. That means nil rated, exempted. 0 rated and non-GST goods, they are also like, but we don't bother about it. We take only these two. So what we call the taxability is tax rate, that is the goods taxable means they have tax rate, and the nil rated and exempted, they are not taxable. So we have to check if the goods are taxable or not, because only the kind of taxable goods, taxable items only, we charge the whether sold or purchased. When the goods are taxable, then only GST is charged. When the nil rated and the goods are not taxable, that is nil rated or exempted, whether purchased or sold by anyone, they are not taxable. So taxability of the goods, and you have to see whether the goods supplied, that is whether sales or purchased. The supply of goods, outward supply means sales, inward supply means purchases. Whether the outward supplies and inward supplies are within the same state, called home state or local supply. So it's also called intrastate supply, that is within the state. So goods are supplied, purchased or sold, outward supply or inward supply within the same state means intrastate supply. It's simply called as home state supply or local supply. And whether the goods are interstate supply means whether goods are supplied outside the state, from one state to another state, whether sold or purchased. Outward supply or inward supply between two states, from one state to another state, they are supplied or purchased from one state to another state. So taxability of the goods and the interstate supply or intrastate supply, that is local supply or interstate supply, these two. And then we have to have the suppliers, that is the home state and interstate. How you decide is whether the supplier, that is the seller, recipient or the buyer, whether the seller or the recipient both are in the same state, is called as intrastate, home state or local sales, local supply. Whether both are in different states, supplier is in one state, buyer is in another state, in such a case, the supply is called interstate supply. That we have to remember. And in the case of intrastate supply, intrastate means within the state, CGST and SGST or UTGST. If it is a state, SGST. If it is an union territory, UTGST 1 and CGST. These two are imposed in the case of local supply, that is home state or intrastate. If the supply is interest in between two states, then IGST will be charged. Okay. And then actually what we have to do is we have to enable the feature, and then we have to set up the GST details. Enable the feature, give the GST details, and we have to create the stock items. So when you are creating the stock items, we have to do when you are creating the stock item, you have to give the GST and other details, means GST rate, taxability, whether taxable or not, taxability and rate. If you are nil rated or exempted, if you select, automatically to show 0. If it is taxable, so if you take taxability as taxable, then the rate we have to give, because there are different rates. This is what we have to do. This is the GST rate, one thing. And other two details you have to give. GST rates and other details, means GST rates And another one is, so every goods or every goods or services in the total world, there is one code for every goods. The code is same in every state, in every country. It is called as HSN code, harmonized system of nomenclature. If you take any for goods, so go anywhere in the world, the code will be the same. It is called HSN code. In the case of service, it has different code called as service accounting code. So it is also the same in the whole world. So if it is goods, HSN code, or if it is service, HSC code, we have to give along with the taxability. And if it is taxable rate, we have to give. If it is not taxable, automatically if we select limited by center, it will take 0 automatically. So these are the things. So CGST and HST, I mean, home state or interstate, that is whether the salary is situated in India, then when you are creating the goods, after the goods, you have to create the person's accounts. That is data. If you sell, the other person is buyer, is a data. If you purchase, the other person is the seller, he is a creditor. So data and data ledgers, we have to create in the ledger, and then the tax we have to charge. So these tax accounts, we have to create, tax ledgers we have to create, and then the personal accounts we have to create. Okay, all these things we have to do. And when we are creating the personal accounts, we have to give the persons, whether data or data, correct state and correct GST number. So it depends, that is the tally will take whether it is intrastate or interstate. So CGST and HGST is to be calculated, or IGST calculated. The tally prime, it will look for, it will check up the state only. So as per the state, it will decide home supply, or that is local supply, or interstate supply, it will decide. If you are giving the number, it will not bother about the number. It will take the state name only. So if you give state name as Telangana and give the GST number, Andhra Pradesh number, it will take the state only. It will calculate, even though it is 37 Andhra Pradesh, so it will calculate as per the state only. It will calculate CGST and HGST only in our books, because we are in Telangana. Okay, suppose if it is Andhra Pradesh, if you do Andhra Pradesh, if you select Andhra Pradesh state, but if you give the number as that, what you call Telangana number, it will take Andhra Pradesh only, so it will calculate IGST. Actually, if it is Telangana, you have to select the state also. So all these things you have to do when you are making the entries. And before that, what we do is, we will see these things you. So first of all, you know, so these are the basic things required to implement the GST in tally, right? So first of all, we learn how, see here, when, how to enable the GST feature, and how to set up or set GST details. GST details means GST rate and HSN code. That is the code. These two are called as GST details, and we have to, GST feature you have to enable, and GST details you have to do in the, what you call, in the GST we have to do GST details in the company creation only. Okay, that is F11 feature. These all things we have to do. Then activating the GST means we have to give the GST taxability as well as rate, or non-taxable or taxable, and rate in the goods, and in the party ledger we have to do the state exactly. We have to take data or data and state name and number, everything we have to do. So this is what we know how to, that is how to enable the tally feature in the GST feature in the tally, and how to set up the GST. This we will learn. See here. So in this case, last video also, Sanghvi traders we have taken. Okay, Sanghvi traders. In this case, see here, if you see, if the company is a newly registered company, newly created, and immediately we completed registration and created the company. In such a case, what we will do? We will create the company. We will create the company after completing this. That is, after completing this, when we accept this, directly from here, we will go to company features. In the case of a new company, suppose in the case of old company, it is not registered because the limit 40 lakhs is not crossed. So it is not registered. So we are unregistered dealers. So we are carrying on business. When the business is registered, that is registered under GST, then here we have to go to here. This is an existing company. Now we have to enable the GST feature. Okay. So here it is. Go this. See here. Here. This is already created. Now what we have to do is we have to go to F11. So directly from creation to go to F11. Now we are getting, see this maintain accounts we are creating. Already we made as enabled maintain inventory, integrate inventory with accounts. So these already we know we enabled them. Now we have to enable these two. Now we have to enable taxation. Why it is given as taxation? In this case, GST, TDS is under income tax as well as under GST also. TCS under GST and income tax. VAT is before GST it was VAT. When there was VAT, service tax, and enable excise tax, all these were there. Now we don't want, and also VAT we don't require. VAT is also that is for non-GST goods. I told you petrol, diesel, and liquor for human consumption. They does not come under the GST. So only VAT is charged under that. So GST is not applicable, but VAT is applicable. Okay. So this is what to do. So first of all, this GST we have to enable. We have to enable GST, make it yes. To make it yes, automatically when the company is created or existing company, the state is already given, and it by default it will be regular. We take only regular. So registered, unregistered. Regular, unregistered means we don't enable the GST feature. GST is not applicable for unregistered persons. That will not take. Only for registered persons, regular and also composition. First we are learning about regular. So regular and then this associate authorities here. Our this Telangana, we have to give the correct registration number. Our registration number, that is GST registration number we have to give. So here Telangana, maybe person means property concern, or form F means for we take it as form partnership form. F means partnership form. F means partnership form. We will take that. If the number is correct, it will not show any error. Suppose the last one section 4 is given in error, something wrong. If you check up the GST number, whether correct or not, it will show error message. For example, if you give 5. So here, the company GSTR number provided is invalid or incomplete. So it was given, for example. So if you do the correct number, then it will not show any. And then the periodicity of the GSTR means every registered dealer, they have to file returns. They have to file statements regarding the business to the government. That is called, I told you, GST portal. We have to file the statements means regarding the business. Business means purchase, sales. So the details we have to provide to the government. There are details which you are providing in a statement. They are called as returns. One return for purchases, one return for sales, and payment to the government. Two returns, GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. So here periodicity of GSTR 1 means includes 3B also. So when you, I told you already, whether you file every month or quarterly QRF scheme, everything accounting is same, but filing is only different. Every month you file or quarterly you file, you take up every month. And here, invoice, e-invoice details. Here, e-invoice applicable, it is no. E-invoice means from the beginning of GST, that is 2017-18, 1st July it is implemented. So 17-18 is the first year, first financial. From 17-18 to the previous year, this is running is 24-25. Previous is 22-23. So from 17-18 to 20-23, in any financial year, your turnover crossed 5 lakhs. Your turnover crossed 5 lakhs. In this turnover plus 5 lakhs, that is the limit. Change the limit from August to 2023. 1st August, the limit is changed. Previously, first it was implemented in 2020 for 500 crores. That is the limit. Then it is made 200 crores. Then it is made 100 crores different dates. 100 crores, 50 crores, 20 crores, 10 crores before August 23. The limit was 10 crores. From 23 August, the limit was changed to 5 crores. So from that date, if anyone crossed 5 crores in the previous financial years, then this is applicable. So our up to last year, any year, our turnover is more than 5 crores, then it is applicable. Then we have to say yes. And when it is applicable from this is the 24th of chapter 24. So we'll do that one. And invoice bill place. So invoice, where you will generate invoice? From the company address, our company address. Okay, Telangana, we have to give this. Telangana, we have to give. And here, if it is not applicable, we will say no. IPT means what is e-invoice means? See, when you sell the goods, any seller, when you sell the goods, we will provide the invoice in the tally. We will print the invoice and we will provide the invoice to the buyer. We will send the invoice along with the goods to the buyer. So the invoice prepared and printed in our tally, so that can be delivered if this is not applicable. Here, so ordinary invoice you can, normal invoice you can. If invoice applicable, we cannot issue normal invoice. So then e-invoice is required. That means there is another portal along with the GST portal, another portal, IRP, Invoice Registration Portal. So from tally, the invoice after creating, after preparing the invoice, that invoice is to be uploaded to the Invoice Registration Portal. If you upload that, if it is above 5 lakh, if you upload that, that is up to 5 crores in the previous years. So the amount of invoice now, the amount is not, it will not be counted. If it is 1,000 or 1 lakh or 10 lakhs also, we have to prepare the e-invoice. So that is uploaded to the Invoice Registration Portal, and in that it will give 64-digit IRN, Invoice Registration Number. It will give the number. It will print the number on the invoice, and on the one side, it will print on the basis of the number, on the basis of the invoice registration number, it will prepare the QR code, and it will print the QR code also. And below that, one digital signature on behalf of the government. One digital signature will be printed, and that will be completed. And after that, we have to download that. We are uploading to that. So after completing this, we have to download the it is called electronic invoice. So we have to download it. Then into the check of the invoice, whether IRN number and digital signature and what you call the QR code, everything is okay. And then you print that, and that is to be sent along with the goods to the buyer. So in such a case, when the e-invoice is applicable, if you don't upload and prepare the e-invoice, if you send what you call normal invoice, it is applicable. That is, in any year, our turnover is more than 5 crores. It is applicable whether the invoice now is for 1,000 or 500 rupees or 10 lakhs or 1 crore, whatever it may be, the immaterial of the bill amount, the e-invoice is to be prepared and it is to be. So if you send normal invoice along with the goods, so that normal invoice is not considered as invoice because GST, e-invoice is applicable. When it is applicable, that is required. Normal invoice is not valid. It is not valid. It is not an invoice. Okay. So this is about this. And after that, from here, you come here. This is called, it is e-invoice and this is e-waybill. Previously, there was only waybill manual. You will get a book from the department and we will write it with carbon copy. We will write manually and we will give to the transporter. But here this is e-waybill means for this e-waybill also there is a portal, e-waybill portal, portal, GST portal, IR for this IRP portal and e-waybill portal. So e-waybill portal also we have to give the details. When you prepare, when you upload this to e-invoice and along with the e-invoice, automatically if you want, e-waybill also will be generated. Otherwise, just do this one, and this e-waybill can be done separately. So log in into the e-waybill, give the details in the e-waybill portal, and generate the e-waybill, and that e-waybill also to be sent to the customer along with the goods. That is only for the transportation. That is for the movement of goods. That is, it is a proof that it is a real goods. It is a real transaction. It is not any cheating. Okay. For that, so if it is applicable, that is there. How do we say it is applicable? This for interstate, for other states, if the invoice value including tax, if the invoice value is 50 lakhs or 15 lakhs or 50,000, 50,000 or more, if the invoice value is 50,000 or more, e-way bill is required. You have to prepare the e-way bill, print it, and you have to send along with the goods. If it is 50,000 rupees, in the case of interstate, in the case of this is you have to give applicable, yes. When it is applicable, so every time you have to, that is if the any whenever you start business, it is applicable every time. So it is not connected with this. Whether if it is not applicable, we will not make the e-invoice. But this is our necessary for every case. So here and then, so this is 50,000 rupees for interstate. Is this applicable for intrastate also? Applicable for intrastate, yes, because 50,000 for interstate. For intrastate also 50,000, that is general limit. For intrastate only 50,000 is also general limit, but the government, central government has given authority to the state government to fix the intrastate limit. So 50,000 that can be set as it is. Sometimes some states they increase the intrastate within the state limit to 1 lakh. Sometimes some states they will reduce the limit to 25,000. Some states they will remove completely for intrastate within the state. No e-way bill is required. Like that, whatever it may be, the state can decide. So this is what we have to do. And we just leave, first of all, what is, I will make it no. So later I will make it no. Okay. So it is like that. So yeah, we created everything. And after that, the next one is set or alter company GST rate and other GST rate and other details. Means GST rate, if it is taxable or not, whatever it may be. If it is taxable, the particular percentage. If it is nil rated or exempted, 0. So that is to be set. We have to set that GST rate, and other details means HSN for goods, SAC for service. HSN and SAC details we have to give. So for that, if you make it yes, see here, HSN details and the GST rate and related details, HSN details. Related means HS number, description. GST details means GST and some other details. Okay. And here, we will give one number only. If you give the rate, we will give one rate only. So many rates we cannot give. Suppose if you have only one type of goods with one HSN code and one rate only, here we can give that. If you want to give space, it is not defined. We have to give anywhere. If you want to give at that place, we have to select specify details here. Okay, here we have to give the HSN detail. If it is service, SSC detail. SSC code we have to do only our company has only one code. If you have many codes, because there are many type of stocks with different HSN codes with different rates, we cannot give. There are different HSN codes we cannot give here. We do the HSN code as well as rate from here everywhere the goods and everywhere directly. This will be taken automatically. This will be taken automatically. That is why it is not better. It's not better to give it here. Okay. Not different. Similarly, here also, if you want to give the rate, select, specify details here. You will give taxable or nil rated and exempted. Suppose if the goods are nil rated and exempted, you can give it here. Because taxable means there will be different rates. But nil rated and exempted is 0 only. If it is nil rated or exempted, we can select here, or otherwise we have to take it as and not defined. Okay, so we will take it as not defined. So in other places we will take up and come this side. E-way bill details is given here. Interstate threshold limit 50. It is fixed for every state. 50,000. Intrastate threshold limits. It is also 50. If the state has different limit, so it may be 1 lakh, or it may be no limit as such. It may be no. I mean, the e-way bill is not required. Then we will limit it. So no amount. So generally, both will be same 50. And what is this 50,000 is invoice price. That is goods value plus GST. Total is invoice price. So threshold limit includes invoice value. Okay, this is not required. So like this, we will enable the GST and you will GST details and control here. This is accepted. So we enable the GST and we have set up the GST details. Everything is completed. This is over. Then I told you, goods stock items you have to prepare. We have to create the stock items. Whether we have to do the taxability, taxable or related or exempted. If it is taxable, we have to give the tax rate and HSN code. Everything we have to set up in the before that in the ledger also we can do. So it's not required, not good. Always give the number, the details in the stock item. So now we go to stock items and created, already created. See stock item and unit is same. I created cages, liters, numbers, pieces, whatever required. So here go to stock item. So here previously stock item name, then group and unit. That's all on the left side. Right side is not, nothing is given. But now, since we enable the GST feature, so it will ask you the GST details, that is HSN code and rate. So for example, I laptop and computer I created, I taken them as the group I take as computers, group as computers, and the rate is 18%, 18%, and all the HSN code is same HSN code I have taken for the computers and laptops. So then the mouse and keyboard I have taken them the group as computer accessories, and I have do different for both. I have given different HSN code for both, and the rate I have taken as taxable, and the rate is 12%. For and for Sony TV, it is a luxury. So the group I have taken as TV, group is TV, and HSN code I have given for these two, given two different. They what you call different. For this I have given different. So computers and laptops I give the same number. For the TVs I have given another HSN code, and taxability is known as taxable, and the rate I have given 28%. So I will show you here. So here, Acer laptop. So previously it was there laptops, and here this side it will ask you the statutory details, tax details. So applicable, it will be default applicable, and here previously it will be as per company or something will be there. Okay, but we have to specify the details here. Specify details here. I have taken for all computers and laptops. I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have taken, and then here also that is it will ask you the date from 1st April, and then GST rate also specify the details here because we have to specify the detail. Previously, at the time creating company, we do the rate or HSN code there. So it is here as it is. So it will be as per the company and the date or taxability rate given there. That will become here automatically. But here we take specify the details, taxable, and I have taken 18%. Actually, it will ask you. So simply it will show you GST rate 18%. So the 18% means, so CGST, IGST, in the case of intrastate, CGST and SGST, state and central will divide 50-50. So in the case of intrastate, CGST will be 9%, SGST will be 9%. In the case of interstate, IGST will be total 18%. So the bifurcation breakup is not given. Total it is given, but automatically it will take. Even if you do GST at 8%, it will take automatically. But you want to show here, that to show the bifurcation. Go to F12, see here, provide breakup of tax rate. Is no, make it yes. Make it yes. So here, then it will not show as GST rate. IGST rate 18%, CGST 9%, SGST 9%. In the case of intrastate, so CGST and SGST 9% will be calculated. In the case of interstate, IGST will be calculated at 18%. And after that, then another one is eligible for input tax credit. Here, this also here. Whether when you purchase the goods, you pay the tax to the government, to the supplier. It is called as purchasing is inward supply input. Input you are paying tax, it is called input tax. That input tax will be returned to us. When you sell the goods, we collect the tax. They are seller. We collect the tax and pay to the government. When you are paying to the government, the amount already paid by us in the input sales supply. So already paid, that will be directly adjusted in there. That is called as input tax will get credited. That is be credited, it will be deducted in the liability payment. So it is called as input tax credit. So for all the goods, whether for every stock item, whether we are eligible for input tax credit or not, because in some cases, even though we purchase and we pay the tax, we are not, we don't have eligibility, we cannot take the ITC, input tax credit, we cannot take. It is called as ineligible ITC in some cases. In some cases, blocked credit, for example, who purchase motorcycle or purchase car from the business with the money of the business for the company. But still, on the motorcycle, we cannot claim the ITC. We cannot take. We cannot take the ITC. And also, motorcycle or car, insurance charges, repairs and maintenance, since they are not eligible, they are in blocked credit. These insurance charges, repairs and maintenance, road tax, everything will be also blocked credit. So in such case, it is not eligible. So to show whether we are eligible for the input tax credit or not, go to F12, here see. Eligible for input tax credit, it is no. Make it yes. So here, input eligible for input tax credit, yes. So like this, we will do. And then automatically it is given Acer laptop. So automatically it is giving us goods. Automatically it will take goods. If it is not goods, it is taken as goods. If it is not goods, see, actually this is a stock item. Stock item is definitely it is goods only. That's why by default it is taking goods. Okay, like this. So others also computer. See here, given the computer. This is for this given the group as laptop. For this given as group and pieces eligible here. Laptop and computers, laptop and computer give the same number. So here specify the details here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and before that, below that, we can give the description. Tell simply computer. The previous one, simply laptop we can give. Not much important. We need that. Okay. And then here also specify details here. Below that, whether it is taxable or not. So taxable 18% they are giving and taxable. And then laptop. So same thing. These are laptop applicable. Then specify details here. Same number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Specify details here. This is also taxable. Also 18%. Okay. And then mouse. The mouse is taking. It is computer accessory applicable. For this I have given another number. Accessories 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is specified details here. And it is also taxable, but the rate is 12%. Okay. Okay. Then computer. So the same thing, computer. And this is keyboard. Keyboard also computer accessories. So for this also the HSM code is the code for the mouse. Okay. The accessories should be the same. And here taxable 12%. And here you come down. So Sony TV. Here again given Sony TV. For Sony TV, 225588. So here specify here. It is also taxable, but the rate is 28% luxury. So 28% it is done. And then 30, 40 inches also, it is also the same thing here also. See, specify the details here, 225588, for example. And here you specify the details here. It is taxable, it is 28%. To take input tax, everything will take automatically. So like this, we created all these items are taxable with different rates. So I created this also. Milk, rice, and salt. Milk. So you have taken milk, and the group I have taken food items. I have taken food items. So food items I have taken. These are that all those are measured in pieces. These are measured in liters. How you will create? See LTR. Here full name liters. If you take LTR here, you have to take this. You have to take definitely. Code you have to take LTR. If you take LTR liters, and here in the case of liters, kgs, etc., there will be decimal point. Suppose 2 kgs, 2 liters, 500 grams, 500 ml, liters and ml, 500 ml in that case, 2.500, 560 ml, 2.560, like that up to 990 ml. So if it is 1000, it will be later. So up to 990, it is ml. That is after the decimal. So 3 decimals you have to take. Name of number of decimal places after the decimal, 3 places for liters and kgs. Okay, this is taken applicable, and for this I have taken specified details. For milk I have given 1111, and here specified details. This I am taking as exam. Previously taxable. Exempt means automatically it will take. So there is no tax, there is no ITC. So all this will be no, zero, no. Okay, it is also goods. Okay, accept. Then rice also I have taken as food item, and it is also I have given the number 2222. The different item now. So here specify. This is all they have taken as exam. So automatically 00. Okay, and then salt they are given. Salt in this case, it is also good item. Here you are given the number differently, and here specify area are given as previously taxable, and then to exempt. Here I am taking as mill rated, means also 0. So I told you the difference between mill rated and exempted. So we created all the stock items. Okay. After the stock items, for all we created cages first. Sorry. Here for salt. For salt and rice, it is cages. So cages how you create? Control enter. See here. Cages, formal name, full name, kilograms, and here also have to take kg. That take kgs. And for kgs also, this after decimal, the value is called as grams. So that is also have 3 decimals. So accept this, and this one everything is done. Okay. And for this also, salt also, pages, it is already just we alter that. Okay, like this we create. Like this unit, and the unit you can create at the time of this one here. You can create at the time of creating the stock item. Here you can create. Okay. And then we created the stock items. Okay. And then go to the ledger. In the ledger, all the ledgers previously we know whatever ledger is required to create. For example, party account, capital, the newly business, cash and partner loss account is default. And then and parties. When you purchase, the other person is a creditor. When you sell, the other person is a debtor. So debtors and creditors, everything we have to create. But here we have created only creditors, because first we learn about purchases. Okay. And then in addition to this, say purchases and purchase returns, sales and sales returns we create. First we will create purchase returns. So purchases, for purchases we create purchase accounts. See here in the ledger, for every ledger, if you ask the details, but in the ledger we won't give. Okay, here not applicable. So here GST applicability, it will be applicable, but don't give the details. We won't give the details. We won't give the details, and then come down. Here by default it will be services. It will show services by default. What you have to like as goods. Goods means trading goods, buying and selling. Another one is if you purchase fixed assets, group will be fixed asset. But here the nature of type of supply will be capital goods. Fixed assets are called capital goods. Goods means trading goods, purchasing and selling, and services. But we now this when we are dealing with goods, so select the goods, this one. And then purchase returns. For purchase returns, for that I tell you, we can create as purchase returns. But here up to this release 4.1, if you do purchase returns in the reports profit and loss account, it will show differently, that I will tell you. And that's why if you have created this like this. Returns, purchase returns means we purchase the goods. Now we are sending the returns means purchase returns means the returns are going out. Is it purchase returns means the purchases are returned back. That is, they are going out. That is why this can be called as purchase returns or called as returns outwards. Both are same. Returns outwards or purchase returns. You create, for the time I am telling you, you create returns outwards after this release. Still very soon, next release 5.0 is really coming. In that case, no problem. We can create purchase returns. But up to here, create returns outwards. Returns out means purchase returns. These purchase returns also come under purchase ledger, purchase group, and then GST applicable. That's all. No details. No details. And here also see by default is service. Select goods. Returns are the goods. Okay. And for sales also the same sales accounts. For this also here applicable, GST is applicable, GST is applicable. Don't give any details, goods. And the goods also, sales returns also the same thing. Return, I mean, the group is sales only, GST is applicable. Don't give any details. Here also service, take as goods. Okay. So like this, we created purchase and sales, we are creating purchase returns and sales returns. Okay, sales you will take later. Purchase returns we created, and we will create the ledger of the people. When you sell, you have to create a creditor. When you purchase, you have to create the creditor. When you sell, you have to create the data. Okay. So first of all, we learn about purchases in the next class. So I created some of them. And in addition to this, see stock items and in the ledger, the sales, purchases, and parties also we create. In addition to that, when you sell or purchase, there will be a GST in the invoice. When you purchase, so the other person will take invoice, I mean, will take GST. He will send the invoice. In the invoice, he will charge GST. So when we are making entry, we have to make the entry purchase of the goods as well as the GST also we have to enter for that purpose. For GST also we have to create ledger. Just like purchases means goods, sales means goods. Similarly, what is debtors and creditor? Similarly, for the GST also we have to create. So how many types of GST? What are the components of GST? For interstate, IGST. For intrastate, that is interstate IGST. Intrastate or home state or local supply. So here, the purchases or sales order maybe CGST and SGST and UGST, isn't it? So what we do is here, for this, we have to create the ledgers. So here, the ledgers, you have to go to create here. Will create CGST. So a group will be duties and taxes. Means whenever you collect the tax and pay to the government, and whenever you pay to the government, pay to the seller, he will pay to the government. That is why these GST, income tax, all these are called as duties and taxes collected from customers, collected from others, paid to the government. So duties and taxes, that is the what you call group. And below that, type of duty or tax. What is the type of duty? GST, income tax, whatever it may be. So I select as GST. And below that, in the GST, what is the type? This is type of duty or tax. This is tax type. In the GST, what is the component? So we create CGST. Let's select CGST. And here, percentage of calculation we don't require here. And here also many people what they do is round off method. They will select the round off method, normal rounding or all it may be. That means the tax amount will be rounded. Tax amount should never be rounded off. Many people they round off. Should not be rounded off till we make the payment to the government. At the time of payment, till then, all the paisa, everything will be there. At the time of payment to government, the amount will be rounded off. If you round off the tax in our books, then it will show error. I will show you when you are making the entries. I will show you. Okay. That I will come to that later. So not applicable. So CGST. Similarly, HGST. This is also duties and taxes. GST. CGST or UGST. CGST or UGST. Taxes. Then IGST for interstate. Duties and taxes. GST. The first one is previously it was integrated tax, central tax, state tax it was showing, but they changed it to we paid IGST, HGST, CGST. That's why they placed the name IGST and everything. Like this, we created the tax ledger also. Then in the next class, we will learn about the purchase entry, how to make. So when you are purchasing, we have to create the creditors account. That's why I created some. That we will take it in the next class. So everything is done. All the GST is activated, Then GST rate is set up, everything is set up now. Now, if you make the entry, GST is to be calculated automatically. Is to be when you are making the entry, purchase or sale. Okay, here in the after the goods, the tax, you can select the tax, CGST or HGST. Select the goods, automatically it will be calculated because of the settings. We have set up all the parameters. So it will calculate. So that we will take up tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next class, we will take up how to make the entries. The entries are purchase entries, sales entries. At the time of purchase only, with all these what you call this the stock item will be created on GST rate. Everything will be set up at the time of purchase because that time we know what is the goods. And at the time of sale, nothing is required because already goods are stock items are created. That's GST rate, everything is set up. Simply we sell the same goods we sell. That's why at the time of sale, no setting. Just we have to select the stock item and quantity, what is the sale. Quantity rate. That's all. So with this, I should close this one. And one important thing is, if many people they are watching the video and just going off without subscribing, please everyone visiting the videos, please subscribe to the channel. And after the subscribe button, there will be a bell icon. Click that and select all so that you will get notification for all the videos which are uploaded in my channel, and also share my channel with others also. And most important thing is every video you watch it till the end. In this video, for example, if you watch only half and skip it, the next part, next half, you cannot understand. So it's of no use. You see only half of the video, so it's of no use. So you have to watch the video fully. Because suppose you are going to college, in the college you will sit in the classroom for 1 hour, isn't it? Similarly here, unless you watch the full video, you cannot learn. Just like a college, it also, the full it will be less than 1 hour, less than not 1 hour, to the 30-40 minutes. So you have to select, you have to watch till the end, and if it is good after watching, if the video is good, you just like that video. If you like that, YouTube people will recommend this video to many people so that many people will learn this topic. So wish you all the best. We will meet in the next video. Thereafter, everything is very good, very important. The same thing we do all the entries. Okay. Thank you.